Here's the thing. We as women definitely cannot resist the bad boy. Why? Because he comes in with confidence. All right. He comes in saying things. You could tell he has an air of understanding women to a certain extent. He speaks womenese. That's what I call it. He's familiar with women. And you can tell by his demeanor that he's not just talking to you. Okay. He's got a roster, and women like men that are desired by other women. I don't care what a woman says. If a man is desired by other women, he's automatically more attractive. Let's be real. Also, bad boys have the air of being able to protect, like they're going to fight, that they're going to be able to, if something was to go down, they got your back. They're going to be able to make sure that you are safe. There's a sense of safety that a woman feels. And lastly, bad boys are not stunting you, okay? You know they've got other women, and that is what makes them more appealing. They're not tripping on you. If they lose you, they got others.
This chick, shout out to this chick. She has a decent idea of what she's talking about. These are definitely reasons why chicks go for the bad boy, especially compared to the nice guy. The thing with the bad boy, the thing with the Pookie, the Ray Ray, the asshole, he comes in knowing exactly who he is. So he gives off an air, like she said, of confidence. The thing that you have to realize about the dynamics of men and women is that when a man knows who he is in a particular situation, it makes it easier for the woman to understand who she's supposed to be, because women are basically chameleons. Women are nurturers, so they adapt to their situation. Women follow the leader. So when a man comes in with confidence, when a man comes in knowing who he is, or at least giving the impression that he knows who he is, it's easier for her to follow his lead, listen to what he's saying, do what he says. So like I said, remember, the bad boy and the asshole, deep down, he may not actually know who he is, right? But he's a bad boy. So he gives off the impression that he knows who he is, because he comes into the situation explaining, yo, I want this, I want that. Yo, get out my way, son. This, that, and the third. And yo, don't step on my shoes. And his attitude and his demeanor gives off the impression that he knows exactly who he is and he knows exactly what he wants. So therefore, the woman responds in a more compliant manner to a man who knows what he wants, who knows who he is, and she's able to follow his lead easier. So that air of confidence gives her the motivation to follow his lead. And that's what a nice guy never does, because here's the thing with a nice guy. A nice guy comes into the situation wanting to be what everybody wants him to be. So therefore, it's hard for him to lead because he has no definitive identity. This is why I talk about masculine identity all the time. And by the way, guys, remember, I still have my promotion going where you can join my masculine identity membership for only 99 cents for the first month. So basically, you get 30 days of full access to all my exclusive content for only 99 cents. The reason why I'm doing this, guys, is because as you can see, with all these videos mounting up on TikTok and all of this back and forth between men and women and dating and cheesecake and all of this craziness, as men, we need to develop our masculine identity. Like I said, when you know who you are, it's easier for a woman to follow your lead. You understand? So knowing who you are is the key to finding women who are compatible with you. So make sure you take advantage of that. The link is in the description. All right. So that's number one. The asshole, the bad boy, the Pookie, and the Ray Ray, they give off the demeanor that they know exactly who they are, and it makes women believe in their confidence. It makes women want to follow their lead. So another thing that she says is that the bad boys and the assholes, they seem to understand women. But see, it goes back to the first part. It's not necessarily that they understand women. It's that because a woman wants to follow a man's lead, when a man knows who he is, it gives her the feeling that the man understands her. Subconsciously, she's seeking leadership. So him being in a leadership position based on his confidence and based on the way that he shows up in the situation, she feels as if she is understood, because now she has something to depend upon. Now she has leadership to follow. The thing with the nice guy is that when a nice guy shows up in the situation, he comes in asking the woman, hey, so what do you want to do? Where do you want to go for a date? Basically, he's like, how can I help you to have a good time? And in some situations, that can be okay. However, a woman doesn't necessarily knows what she wants in a particular situation, because she's the nurturer. She's the follower. So she wants to follow someone's lead. So therefore, the nice guy doesn't seem like he understands women because he's busy asking her questions. A woman doesn't want to be asked questions. A woman wants to be instructed. And then when she can follow the lead, that's when she can be free to enjoy herself and be feminine. feminine. And so she feels as if the confident guy, the asshole, the Pookie, the Ray Ray, he's the one that understands her. But the truth is that the Pookie and the Ray Ray and the asshole understands himself. So therefore, the female is understood because she's following. You understand? So it's more of a psychological thing where she feels as if the Pookie and the Ray Ray and the bad boy understands her. It's not that he understands her, is that he understands himself. The nice guy, on the other hand, he's trying to understand the woman. And meanwhile, the woman is trying to understand the man who is supposed to lead. So therefore, she doesn't feel as if the man understands what she truly wants. And another thing too, as far as understanding what a woman wants, is that because the asshole shows up in a situation with a certain level of confidence, he has the ability to attract more women. And because of this, his experience level with women is higher than the nice guy usually. And so what happens is the bad boy ends up having more women in general. And because of this experience, he knows how to manage women to a certain extent. So therefore, 9 times out of 10, he usually has multiple women in his roster. Because of this, a woman finds him more attractive. A bunch of women dating the same guy is like an endorsement that there's something special about that guy. So therefore, women end up being attractive when they know, oh, wow, he's seeing this girl, he's talking to that girl. And on top of that, it also gives the woman a psychological challenge to say, I'm better than all those girls. So once he gets with me, he'll forget about all of them. So she kind of challenges herself to try to see if she could force the asshole or the bad boy to stop seeing all the other women. The ability to attract women brings you more women. Period. Another thing that women are going to like about the asshole compared to the nice guy is that the asshole gives off the impression. Notice I keep saying gives off the impression or gives off the demeanor. He gives off the demeanor that he's confident. He gives off the demeanor that he knows who he is and he knows what he wants. And with that type of confidence, he also gives off the demeanor that he can protect that woman. She can depend on him and she can feel secure simply because he seems to be secure in his identity. Now, I want you to understand that not every asshole, bad boy, or tough guy knows how to fight. You understand? So that's why I continue to say that he'll give off the impression, because remember, all a woman needs is the feeling. All she needs to do is to feel that she can be secure with you. All she needs to do is feel that you can protect her if something pops off. Whether you're a nice guy or an asshole or a bad boy, you should know how to defend yourself and defend your loved ones. So that's a whole other issue. Make sure you're doing what you're doing. Study whatever martial art you need to study. Make sure you're in shape to do what you need to do to protect yourself and your loved ones, right? But what I'm saying is, in this particular situation, it is the asshole or the bad boy who's always going to win, because he gives the impression, he gives the woman the feeling that he can protect her. Because he's so confident in his identity, most guys are not going to mess with him anyway. Just because of the way he carries himself, most guys are not going to try him. But if you're a nice guy, if you seem flexible, if you seem that you can be taken advantage of easily, you will be tried by anyone who's trying to test your manhood. More often than not, you will be tried more than the asshole who gives an air of confidence about him. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to understand how you show up in a situation and how the things that you do, your behaviors, psychologically affect the people in your environment. And so if you know who you are, you have a strong masculine identity, and you know what you want, and you're focused, and you give off that air of confidence, you will provide the feeling of security for that female. She'll feel protected by you simply because of your attitude and the way that you behave. Now, if somebody tries you, whether or not you know how to fight is a different conversation. So notice, I'm not telling you that, oh, just because he's a bad boy or an asshole or a tough guy, that he actually knows how to protect the woman. But in the heart and mind of the woman, she feels as if he knows how to protect her, because that is the impression that he gives off based on his confidence and his strong masculine identity. All right. So it's your boy, Miles Cunningham. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you got some from this video. Be good to yourself. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.